What up everybody, my name is Bengals, and today for my first video I'm going to talk about something that honestly I was supposed to talk about like literally over a week ago when this first happened, but I just haven't had time due to school and other things. And also excuse the really shitty CSGO gameplay in the background. I know it's absolutely horrible and shitty. I just didn't have time to record anything else. And so I just found some old footage of me trying to play CSGO on my laptop. So that's amazing. So today what I'm going to be talking about is the whole issue with YouTube that's going on with the community guidelines and videos being taken down, people not having monetization, and all that kind of crap. So this is one of those scenarios where some people took, oh, that's too offensive, or that offends me way too far. What started off as people being offended over slurs and hate speech, where honestly, I believe you have the right to be offended, and I don't necessarily agree with those videos to begin with, has turned into people getting butthurt over every little thing. People are regularly becoming upset over not even generally offensive things, but on assumptions or people's opinions. A lot of YouTubers are being affected by this, and while I understand that it's supposed to make things better for the YouTube community, it's really not. And let me tell you why. I have been watching YouTube videos since I was a kid. Back when YouTube was brand new and this crazy new thing in the mid-2000s. Back when YouTube channels looked like this. Yeah, I've been standing in the back of this website and in the shadows of YouTube for a while. Through all my time watching YouTube, all the hours, the time, the late nights, the early mornings, the thousands upon thousands of videos I've seen, I've seen just about everything. I've seen the worst of the worst, and I've seen the best of the best. I've seen a lot of videos which have, yes, offended me, some to the extent where I even wish the video could not exist. However, most of them I dealt with. Now that I think about it, the smaller petty YouTube videos with slight small fractions that make me offended in them have made me a stronger person. Those videos have given me stronger skin and made me more immune to getting hurt by certain things. I think the major issue here, at least for the content creators who make videos which directly seem to offend people, is the line between hate speech and free speech, or the line between bullying and commentating. This line has been breached completely, and YouTube has grouped everyone from each side. So essentially, you're immediately grouped into the content created by Onision and simply say fuck emos. I do believe that, yes, there should be consequences for those who use YouTube as a platform to harass other people, but that doesn't mean completely ruin their lives. Again, it all comes down to what is deemed socially acceptable to talk about. Just like certain news companies, YouTube is making it so that you can't have freedom of speech. A lot of people may say that you're just taking away ad revenue from videos and take down a few here and there, so what's so bad about it? Well, the answer is it's horrible. Think about it. The majority of people who use ads on their YouTube videos are pretty big YouTubers. Pretty big YouTubers have become successful enough through ad revenue and other related means of income to the point where YouTube is literally their job. You take away the ad revenue and you're essentially ending their channel and their flow of income. This means they can no longer spend time making videos because they have already put all they have into it. I'm not saying that it's because they only make YouTube videos for the money, although I'm sure there are some like that. What I'm saying is that they no longer have a choice. They now need to go spend their time trying to find another job to pay all their taxes and bills and crap that responsible people have to deal with. Now this brings me to the other part of this side of YouTube shittiness. You have YouTubers who make very good videos talking about news topics that otherwise never make the news on TV. The news on TV being the news agencies which never really talk about things unless it suits their corporate needs. These channels talked about things that normally were not well known to the public or discussed as such. One of these channels is the Young Turks, for example, a liberal-like news channel. TYT were actually some of the people who inspired me to get into journalism, and to be honest, YouTube becoming censored to the point where the one place it seemed you could tell it how it is and make people aware of news not seen on TV is now having their fun stripped away. Other channels and content creators who talk about topics such as mental health, depression, suicide, etc. are having their monetization or ad money gone. I think it's easy to get into the false idea that, oh, well, they shouldn't be upset. If they're upset, they just want to make money off of mental health, blah, 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 blah. Which, again, I'm sure there are a few people on this site like that, but overall, it all comes down to that this is many content creators' means of income. By grouping everyone and everything into the same box, you're pretty much saying, fuck you and fuck you too. It's strange because there are some videos which haven't yet had this happen to them despite being very controversial. People are saying this is the end of YouTube. Well, I think it's a tad bit over dramatic, as YouTube and the people in charge probably are going to realize how stupid this is sooner or later. I do have to agree with the most basic conclusion. YouTube is changing, as it has been for months now. From issues with the React videos and channels to copyright strikes left, right, and center, to people suing one another, to videos being flagged, stripped, removed, whatever you want to call it, YouTube is going through a lot of home reno, and it hasn't been one of those nice, clean projects. It's like the time my neighbor tried building this brand new fancy home from the old dead owner's bungalow, but the construction crew ended up collapsing my deck and crashing a metal pole through my window. Lawsuits and whatnot occurred, and at the end of the day, it ended up costing both my family and the construction crew money. It wasn't fun. The only thing I can say is I hope to God I don't become someone who makes YouTube their job, because right now that just seems like the worst possible boat to be in. RIP YouTube, the skeleton war is soon upon us. I'm not even going to get into the weed side of YouTube because honestly I feel pretty bad. Okay, because the vast majority of YouTubers who endorse weed on YouTube and are well known, if at all, have it medically. YouTubers like Haley Sorex, I know people were talking about Custom Grow 420, and I don't know, it's pretty crazy to be honest. If those accounts start to get affected, I think it's just kind of a step back for the pro-marijuana movement. If channels that actually post gore and clickbait can still post shit without being affected, but channels that promote alternative medicine can't, I don't know what to think. I hope that if these new restrictions stay, that YouTube does something to help the YouTubers who smoke weed legally. To be honest, you should just take down videos with alcohol in them then if you're going to. I mean, I don't fucking know YouTube. I don't fucking know anymore. However, despite all this shit going on, I don't think it's too late to save YouTube. Honestly, people who are threatening to quit YouTube or saying that they're going to go to other platforms, just calm the fuck down. Calm the fuck down. Honestly, the people at YouTube are acting dumb, but they can't be that dumb. Oh, well, we'll hope so. No, but really, if YouTube is smart, they will change this, because if all the big YouTubers say fuck this shit, then YouTube is literally losing all the people who make them money. That would literally be suicide. Give it a few months at most, wait it out. I'm sure YouTube are going to come to their senses. By November, if channels like Leafy or Philip DeFranco have literally all their videos demonetized, whatever the fuck that word is, then everyone is fucked. Thanks so much for watching. If anyone did, feel free to subscribe, leave a like if you like. Yeah, no, that's the worst joke I've ever made, ever. Yeah, again, I know the fucking gameplay is shitty. I fucking know. Okay, bye.